What's going on, traders? Clay here with Top One Trader. This is the weekly outlook video. Let's dive into it. Of course, we are getting closer and closer. I mean, we had the election, and I'll get into that in a second. But this is last week, and then we get into the last week of November, and we head towards holiday trading, which is a little bit different. Because we have Thanksgiving holiday in the United States on the 29th, and the bank holiday is on the 28th. Now this is 2 weeks away, so it's not really relevant now, but despite the fact we don't really have much for data in the US, but I expect, and you can generally see a lot of moves going into the end of November and especially the end of December with different hedge funds and banks and everything else closing their books, managing their positions, taking their profits to close out the year, right? So, despite the fact that, it's pretty light in terms of data, I mean, especially for the US, we have CPI out of Canada, so inflation out of Canada, that could be a market mover. Inflation out of the UK. The pound has been taking a whooping, as they say, especially GU. So maybe we'll see some pullbacks here for the pound on Wednesday, and unemployment claims on Thursday from the US. That bears a lot less weight, I would think, because of we had the election and that's over now. So you might not see too many market movers, but more inflation out of the Eurozone on Friday, and core retail sales Canada during the New York session, and some flash manufacturing PMIs Friday of this week. So something to keep in mind. Now, if we pull up our charts here, and we look at, say, GU, right? So this is a 4-hour time frame. This is the election right here. This is Trump won the election, as everybody is aware of by now, I would hope. So this is the move. We saw a big pullback and just a huge push on dollar strength. So this is because of a lot of bullishness towards the US economy bouncing back. You can see this on AU. Personally, I would love to see some sort of pullback, something that could permit potential re-entry. But this trend is straight moving. Euro USD caught a great trade at the end of last week, Friday. 1 to 3 risk to reward here. Could have held this much longer, but it's all good. It's all good. That could have been a 1 to 4. So we have some big moves with the dollar right now. So if we take a look at NZD/USD, same picture across the board. Now let's look at dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is straight pumping. Man, this thing is going nuts. So we have some inflation data out of in this week out of Canada that might afford a pullback. Same thing with GU, something I'm going to be keeping an eye on. Now, I have to point out, even though I'm not a big crypto trader, I'm definitely a fan of Bitcoin, but we hit 92K, and so we're consolidating a bit. Might get some sort of pullback here, but man, 100K is not far away. Christmas rally for Bitcoin, I think is pretty probable. Now, the S&P, this is a pretty interesting move here, because this is the election right here, huge rally, and we're pulling back now. So, what I like to do is map out on Fibonacci. Now, I love these 78.6. This would be about the 71% fib, about right here. These could be some good zones to look for at the end of this pullback. We take a look at NAS, same deal, right? So big pullbacks, I typically stick to FX with Top One. We have a lot of people trading indices though, so wanted to point this out. I mean, this is a big sell-off and the Dow US 30 seems to be holding up a little bit better. So it's going to be something to keep an eye on in this week, to just see if we start to form some sort of support and then continue a new high, right? So I think that will probably be inevitable. Dollar Swiss pushing higher. So these dollar pairs are super bullish right now, and it's going to be something to keep in mind. But I really like what's going on with some of these euro pairs. Euro odds not quite as clear. Euro New Zealand, but I particularly like Euro CAD coming into the upcoming week. I actually just put a small little position on here, given it's Friday when I'm shooting this video. So maybe we'll get a rollover here. It could be a good setup. Have a nice little doji right there in the 4-hour time frame. So it's going to be a big week. Remember, keep in mind, going into this holiday trading, for last but not least, need to point out gold here, forming a little support. So this could be, a sign that maybe we'll get a pullback on some of this dollar strength and a rally higher on gold. So, because, this is where we were. Halloween, pulled back, and this is where we were waiting for the election. Here's the election, dollar strength. So, huge move on gold there. So maybe this week we'll see a little pause in the dollar strength, and that could provide some really good re-entry opportunities. So let's have a great week, everybody. We appreciate y'all. Let's make it happen. Peace.